Wow! That's how you do a finale right there. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Werewoof Reactions. My name is Wolfie, and today we'll be taking a look at issue 50 of the IDW Sonic the Hedgehog comic series. It's all been leading up to this, everybody. Bad guys, imposter syndrome, even the earlier issues, all leading up to this. Starline's big plan. Will it pay off for him? Or will things backfire really badly? What did I think of this book? Well, before we get to all of that, I need to ask you one quick favor. Scroll down below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the Werewoof Reactions for more videos like this if you haven't already. And be sure to ring that bell. That's the most important part of all. If you haven't been getting any of my videos, that's the reason why. You gotta ring that bell. Let's grow the Wolf Pack strong to 23k subscribers by the end of this year. Now, guys, with all that said and done, it is now time to get to the dramatic reading of this book. This is a doozy. So please enjoy my overly dramatic reading of issue 50, followed by my review. You won't want to miss it, so don't go anywhere. Alright, guys. Without further ado, let's get into this. Enjoy! Our story begins with our heroes running into the city.
Why would Eggman make such a big deal about summoning all these badniks? The guy likes to make a big presentation. Can't fault him for that. Yeah, but doesn't it usually come with some kind of declaration? Not too late to sit this one out. No judgment. Thank you, but I need to see this through.
Surveillance has identified Sonic, Tails, and Belle on approach, new boss.
Like clockwork, send word to Surgeon Kit to engage immediately. Finally, after all the plotting, planning, and frustrations, my dream is finally coming to fruition. My perfectly calibrated doppelgangers will destroy Sonic and Tails. My overwhelming army of badniks will blitz all global resistance, and then I can welcome Dr. Eggman to my side, where he belongs.
Excuse me, Doctor. You're in my seat. While Starline is making himself comfortable on the throne, Eggman launches a counterattack, launching a missile directly at Starline.
Superlative entrance, sir. Immaculate. Nevertheless, I'd hoped it'd never come to this.
Because you knew I'd destroy you.
No, sir. I didn't want to embarrass you.
Back outside, Sonic, Tails, and Belle witness the fight happening inside the city.
Eggman is attacking his own city?
No, I think he's fighting someone.
Oh my gears and starters!
That badnik looks like Sonic. Is that Metal Sonic?
Yeah, and somebody really messed him up. What's going on today?
I'm going to fix him. I couldn't save Motobud. I know I can't save every badnik, but I can't abandon a robot in need.
I understand. Just be careful. He's dangerous.
You had me repair him after the whole Neo Metal takeover thing, remember?
See Sonic the Hedgehog issue number 12.
That was back when we thought Eggman was done and didn't know about Starline. Plus, you de-weaponized him.
He still had his metal claws and a turbine torso.
My point is...
Sonic? Where did you... Ah! Tails?
Within a matter of seconds, Sonic and Tails are separated from Belle, leaving her to fend for herself from the badniks.
Ah, Sawdust.
What? Who?
Hello, I am Kitsunami. You are my target.
Using his tails to separate himself from the water, our two-tailed hero begins to speak with his assailant.
Hold on a second. Why am I your target? There has to be a misunderstanding. No misunderstanding. This is entirely by design. It takes approximately 118 milliliters of liquid and 40 seconds to drown. This shouldn't take long.
Ugh, who?
Flashing back to Sonic, Surge quickly throws Sonic against the metal railing before confronting him head-on.
I'm sorry, have we met? I'll start. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, I know who you are. It's all I know, really, and that's the problem. I am your fault. Starline, Eggman, sure, they're part of this and they'll get theirs, but it really comes down to you. If you had just taken them out, I wouldn't have been made. Or if that's against your precious moral code, you could have just rolled over and quit. But no, you keep on fighting and you keep on giving idiots the freedom to repeat their awful mistakes. And it just keeps on going and going and going. And the whole world loves you for it. So I'm ending it. All of it. You, the docs, the world, it's what you all deserve.
Maybe I spoke too fast. Let's try that again. Hi, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, and you are? Heh, yeah, okay. I'm Surge the Tenric, and your speed of sound can't compete with my speed of light.
With Surge's declaration, the two begin battle around the compound.
I never expected you to be so cunning, Starline, but it's all falling into place for me. The strange raids on my facilities didn't match Zavic's MO, so I looked into how he escaped prison. The warden had some choice words about your involvement. Such brazen viciousness.
See Sonic the Hedgehog bad guys.
So why are you hiding now, you miserable little scumbag? Don't panic, think. You're so close. This can be salvaged. He must have had a quick escape route built into the command tower. If I take the height of the tower, the speed with which he could safely escape, the prep time to launch that mecha and fly back to the tower, then the hangar must not be too far away. And if he's piloting that old clunker, then he must have more in storage. Ergo... Blast it all, Starline. Don't retreat to fight another day. Have some dignity and stand your ground long enough for me to atomize you. What?
As Eggman begins firing into the distance, one of his old mechs, the Egg Robo, breaks free, being piloted by Dr. Starline.
What a marvelous vintage armor you have. Doctor, please, for once in your life, just stop and listen. My plan will work, and then the world will be ours. I don't share. If you really understood me, you'd know I won't settle for less. It's all or nothing. And you are nothing before me.
Back inside the compound. Almost done. I don't know how much longer this hiding spot will be safe, especially after I bring you back online. That signal got to me in Motobud, and that's no good. Unless... Yeah, I'll act as a router and use the Zeddy Zapper to block the control signal to you. Oh, you're still a killer robot by default, huh? As Metal Sonic awakens, he begins his attack, but not on Belle. You saved me? Hold on, we're connected. I can access your files. You recognize me as Egg Tech, and looks like your connection to the Eggnet lets you know where to find Dr. Eggman. Well, this is it, I guess. I came here for a reason, and I can't very well let you get out of my range. With that, Metal Sonic begins leading Belle to Dr. Eggman. Back outside, we cut to Tails and Kit in the midst of their battle. I have to admit, your control is impressive. You like them? Yeah, I haven't seen that kind of tech in a long time. And your gear looks much cooler. It's not mine. Even if you didn't make it, you're still operating it. That takes a lot of skill and finesse. Why are you being nice to me? I'm trying to destroy you. Granted, but what if we could find some common ground instead? Your talents are pretty unique, and I'll bet not everyone appreciates that uniqueness, am I right? I know a thing or two about being different. It took a lot of practice to really get a handle on these. It wasn't easy, and it's thanks to support from my friends. I get the feeling you didn't get that kind of help. Would you want to talk about it? I don't need any friends. That's okay. I'm fine with competitive rivalry. Can we work toward that? Don't ask me what I want. She's not here. I don't know. He's vulnerable but volatile. I've got to handle this carefully. My throat is getting sore from shouting. May I join you? What? Let's call a truce for now. Just until we've got the facts sorted out. I guess you, sure? With the situation temporarily diffused, Tails approaches Kit. Thank you. First, may I ask what's going on with the Badniks? Starline summoned them. He's... Army. Starline. He tried to kidnap me once. I don't know why, but it was probably for something awful. Did he hurt you? Yes. Repeatedly. Made me forget. Made me happy it happened. I hate him! I want to stop him too. Can we agree to do that together? You'll help me? Sure, it's what heroes do. Then what? Let's take that one step at a time. The most important thing is that we stop his plans, right? Yeah, I guess so. Great, then let's find Sonic and... No! Surge has to destroy Sonic. It's all she wants. I won't let you stop her. Back down inside the compound, Surge and Sonic continue their fight.
It's been a while since I've tussled like this. I hope you're having fun too.
Fun? You're not supposed to be having fun. This is a duel to the death.
Yeah, I've gotten used to those. I've also fought a few folks with the whole world wronged me, so I'm gonna destroy the world shtick.
It's not a shtick, it's who I am.
I appreciate that. I really do.
In a burst of speed, Sonic knocks Surge off balance.
I don't know your full story, so I can't really judge, but I can't let you hurt anyone.
So end it!
Nope, I'd rather give you a chance to rebound.
You can't be this naive.
I like to keep it simple. I live for the moment. I want to see the world, find all its thrills and adventures, and enjoy them. I want everyone to have that freedom to do that too. And you wouldn't get the opportunity if I just took the chance away from you. I've made peace with enough enemies to know there's a better way. So I'm willing to chalk all this up to a rocky start and let us have a do-over if you will.
Just like that?
Just like that.
The doctors too?
Even them.
Reinvent myself, yeah? Choose who I want to be?
That's the idea.
See the world?
Yeah.
That rejected me?
No, what?
If I volunteered to work with Starline, I obviously didn't have anything good going in my life. If he kidnapped me, nobody has tried to find me.
Fine, we'll do it your way.
Yeah, give me the freedom to do as I please. No regrets.
Nope, none. 'Cause I won't let you take that from anyone else either. You can choose to be a problem, which means you choose to get a whooping from me.
I was built to end you, your morals, your friends, your world. I'm burning it all down and dancing on the ashes. Back to Eggman and Starline's fight.
I'm doing this for you.
All you're doing is wasting my time, wrecking my stuff, and ticking me off.
Bravo, sir. I'm thrilled you're still the superior mecha pilot. But you chose the wrong machine to face me. Behold, the exact power used to defeat that very model in the past. Brace yourself for my Tricore Blast!
Using every bit of the power left in his Tricore, Starline takes out the Egg Emperor robot.
That is what happens when you don't plan for contingencies.
No, Doctor. You played yourself. I specifically chose the Egg Emperor once I realized it was you who raided my power core reserves. I knew your obsession with my past exploits would give you logical tunnel vision. I knew you'd use the power. However, you've utilized it to its fullest extent. Thus, I knew you'd deplete that power just to make your point.
Oh no. Well played, sir. I'm so glad. You're seeing things my way. Why aren't you...
You told me about your inventions, remember? You were so very, very proud of that glove in particular. Did you honestly think I'd let you stay by my side with that kind of power on hand without taking some precautions?
You actually listened to me? But you never said, acknowledged. No, this isn't fair. You've never shown this much foresight.
I've made my mistakes. One of them was tolerating you for this long.
I refuse to lose. Not when I'm this close!
In one last desperate attack, Starline tries to hit Eggman with his stun heal, before he's caught and swiftly dealt with. Little man, what makes you think you have any choice in the matter?
Father!
Eh?
I found your letter. The one you wrote as Mr. Tinker, before Starline ruined our lives.
He does make a mess of things, doesn't he? Putting me back into the correct frame of mind wasn't one of his mistakes, though.
I know that's how you feel. And I can't change that, so I've come to say goodbye. My father is gone. I have to move on.
Father this, father that. Why are you both so blasted clingy? So, if you're not with me, then you're against me. Planning on dueling Metal Sonic tonight?
No, sir. I fixed him, in fact. Just like how I'm going to help all the robots you abandoned.
Just then, the area around them begins to crumble. How did you manage to bypass the control signal?
I used myself as a secure router.
So, you interfaced with his coding directly?
Yes?
Oh, splendid! Tell you what, you've done such a good job, I'll give you a choice. You can either join me as a mechanic, or you can go back to Sonic and his bothersome buddies.
I said this was goodbye, and of course I'm going back to my friends.
Very well. Be seeing you, Belle.
Back inside the crumbling compound, Belle notices Starline hasn't moved an inch from his spot. Hey, move it! The street is caving in!
I planned everything. I planned everything out, down to the smallest detail. I had every advantage. I counted for every contingency. And I still lost. I did everything right. He destroyed all that effort in minutes. I'm a failure, and not a disgraceful failure.
As Starline has a mental breakdown, the rubble begins to collapse around him. What in the world? Ow! You can't evade me forever. Eventually you'll have to give in. Maybe, but you have to run out of water eventually. And given the size of your reservoir, I'd say that's right about now. And just as Tails predicted, Kit runs out of water and is unable to further attack. No. She'll be so mad. No. Now to turn your pack off before you can refill it. No. Surge, help! There. Now you, hello? Oh man, I hope I didn't shut down any vital functions.
Fall down already!
Sorry, I just don't quit.
If you won't quit, then I'll end you!
You can try.
Ugh.
Whoa! Sorry. 10-second truce so I can haul you out, okay?
Ow! Heh, got the last hit.
Before Sonic can pull Surge up, more debris falls down, taking Surge out in the process. Surge? That's the real problem with giving people a choice. You can't stop them from making the wrong ones. I need to find Tails and Belle. Who knows what else is going wrong today? Tails? Belle? Oh man, if something happened to them? I'm here. I'm okay. I'm just a bit damp. Good to hear. Who's your friend? He said his name was Kitsunami, and he was bent on stopping me from interfering with your fight with someone. Surge. She came at me and we tussled, and then she was lost to Eggman's Nightmare City. That's terrible. Are you sure? She was tough, but I don't see how anyone could survive that. Oh good, he thought to meet me back here. I'm glad you're both safe. How did you keep that badnik from attacking you? Hold on, first, where's Metal Sonic? I got him up and running again. He went back to Eggman and they left. As for the badnik, I don't know. I modified it not to attack you guys, but it was weirdly friendly to me. I'm pretty sure Dr. Starline is behind all of this. He's who sent Kitsunami and Surge at least. Again with that guy. We'll have to kick his butt too. About that.
Attention, Sonic and Tails. I'm afraid you've caught me at an awkward moment. My Eggperial City wasn't ready for visitors, and then the late Dr. Starline just had to make a mess of the place. Nevertheless, you are a guest in my home, and I must be a gracious host. So please, allow me and my luxuriously massive swarm of badniks to show you a proper welcome. Next time, Escape from the Empire. Hoo-wee! That was an issue. So yeah, guys, this issue was nuts. Like, it was twice as long as other issues. Like, how many pages was this thing? Look, the only thing I know is this takes the cake as far as climaxes go. This was a hell of a payoff for all the buildup that we have been getting all the way, I'd say around the start of issue 38, I want to say, around the time that we had the Chow Race arc with Starline trying to gather materials for something we didn't know at the time. This was a masterful payoff, written by Ian Flynn. Adam Bryce did the artwork for this. Like, everybody who did work on this book put in work. Like, this was a fantastic read. Like, everybody had something going on. Starline was fighting Eggman, Sonic was fighting Surge, Tails was trying to talk some sense into Kit. We had, like, Belle meeting with Metal Sonic. There was just a lot happening, and yet it didn't feel cluttered. Like, it felt like everything was moving at a pretty decent pace. Like, I didn't feel like the book was dragging at any point. In fact, I feel like I wish it was longer, and this is a long book. Like, That's how good the writing was. And everything wound up coming to a head, like, in a kind of glorious, big way. So the first thing I want to talk about is the big Starline and Eggman fight. Everything that he had been planning and building up for, all for this confrontation. I loved their fight because Starline not only had to use his brains to try to outsmart Eggman, but as we all predicted, everything kind of went downhill for him. He planned everything out to the nth degree. Unfortunately, what he didn't realize is that he's dealing with the Eggman. He's got the master plan, and no matter how far ahead you plan, you just can't beat Eggman. He thought of everything for this. Like, the thing I love the most about this is when Starline gets a big head, he thinks, oh, okay, Eggman's using a mech to try to take me on. And the mech being the Egg Emperor from Sonic Heroes. A nice callback, again, going through all of his arsenal and seeing all the past mechs that Eggman had used. So Starline is like, okay, I'll fight fire with fire, right? I'll get a mech of my own. And it wound up being I think it's called the Egg Robo from Lost World. But he winds up fighting Eggman and the Egg Emperor using the Egg Robo from Sonic Lost World, the final boss robot from Lost World. And that fight is pretty good too, because while Eggman and Starline are fighting, we can see how Starline is trying his damnedest, trying his best to try to convince Eggman that, like, no, you need me to do this so that way you can serve alongside me the way it should be. And Eggman's like, oh no, sir, you don't understand. I'm an egomaniac. This is about me winning, and I'm gonna take, it's either all or nothing. And I love that line that he used there, because it really showcases that Eggman really is about, like, he's all about just like, I'm gonna show the world that I'm the best. This is all it's ever been. I have to show Sonic, I have to show the world, this is what I want to do. Everything is about him, and I love that he's not even willing to even, like, budge an inch. He doesn't even want to work with Starline. He's calling him a waste of time the whole time, like, just insulting Starline the entire time he's fighting him, and I love it. And at the end of their fight, the thing I love most about this, I love that Starline thought he had planned everything out, to the point where he gets his the tricore, and he's like, okay, Eggman, I didn't want to use this, but I'm gonna have to use it. He goes all out and uses what Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles normally did with their big attack on the Egg Emperor in Sonic Heroes to completely take it out, thus draining his tricore. He no longer has it, and Eggman's like just so happy and smiling about it. He's just like, yeah, knew you were gonna do that. And Starline's like, see, now look what you made me do. I had to defeat your robot using everything. And he's like, oh, contraire. I planned for this. I knew you were going to do this. I read everything. I know everything about what you were going to do and say and everything. Eggman read this man. Like, he did not have to do this to Starline. To say humiliation would be an understatement. Like, my boy Starline got bodied by Eggman. It was brutal. Like, everything, even down to the hypnotism glove not working, because Eggman, of course, planned ahead for that. And he even knew about Starline's little heal, poison stun heal. And I love that Eggman grabs Starline. We never really see Eggman actually throw hands or really fight. I believe he did a little bit in the Archie comics for a bit. But I haven't read that far in the Archie comics, so I'm not sure. But as far as I know, we haven't really seen Eggman throw hands before. Grabs Starline by his leg as he tries to kick him. And just like, Ninja Turtle slams him on the ground. Like, what the fuck was that? Starline's out. Completely just, that was it. Every single plan, down to every single backup plan, failed. Starline has absolutely failed at every turn in this big plan of his. We all knew this was gonna happen. Everybody in the comment section knew this was gonna happen. Here's a comment right here that said the exact same thing everybody was thinking. It's gonna happen. But yeah, I fucking loved that Eggman came out strong at the end of this. They made Eggman look really good by the time this was done. Like, he's no joke. Like, you may not plan really, really far ahead, but this is still Eggman we're talking about. He's still a threat. What a fantastic way to make Eggman look good, and Starline also look slightly not great. Well, actually, he didn't look really good at the end of this. By the time this is all done, Starline is like mentally broken. Like, and the way they're talking about him at the end of the issue, it sounds like he may have died. But again, I know they can't show blood or death or anything, really. They can't really, I don't know how they're going to showcase death, if they ever do in the IDW comics, but we didn't see a body. We assume that he was either crushed or he fell with all the debris when the base started to fall. Starline, that is. But we didn't see a body. As far as I'm concerned, Starline is still out there and is still alive. He may not be in a good mental state because at the end of it, he's just like, I can't believe it. I planned everything and nothing worked. And I love that Starline is just broken after this. Like, is he gonna be the same? If he's even alive after this, is he even gonna be the same after this? Like, he's gonna need a long sabbatical. Is this just gonna be him forever? I don't know. But I'm excited to see where this goes from here. But yeah, Starline completely outplayed in every single aspect of this fight. Didn't even stand a chance. The next fight I want to talk about is Kit and Tails. This fight was actually different because, unlike Sonic and Surge and Starline and Eggman, Tails seemed to try to approach this in a different manner. He tried to do something different than the others. Tails tried to use his brain. He tried to talk to Kit, and what's funny is it actually kind of worked. I guess of all the characters that this would work with, it would be Kit, because Kit obviously is the least mentally stable. Or maybe well, I wouldn't say he's the least mentally stable. He's just the most unsure of himself. He doesn't have the confidence he needs to kind of carry himself without Surge telling him what to do or Starline telling him what to do. And that kind of, in a way, makes it easier for Tails to try to speak to his more, I'm going to say human side here, but try to talk to him more one-on-one. And it kind of works a little bit. You know, Kit is kind of listening to him, and like, I love that Kit is just unsure. He just doesn't know, and he's just like, I don't know. I don't know what I want. But the thing he does know that he wants is he wants to make sure that Tails does not get in the way of Surge fighting Sonic, because as far as he's concerned, that's the last thing Surge told him to do, and that was what he's going to do. Like, Kit is super, like, dark and eerie looking in on most of these panels. Like, his eyes are glowing red. Like, he's just, like, vicious. And I love that, like, I think the first thing he says to Tails is, like, all it takes is, like, 40 milliliters of water and 40 seconds to drown. And it's like, damn. So, alright, Kit, you kind of scary, but when it dials it back a bit, really when you think about it, all Kit is just a scared kid who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't know anything other than what he's been taught by Starline and what he's been told by Surge. So in a way, he out of all the characters needs help the most. And I do like that Tails tries to, again, talk him down, and it does work for a little bit before he says the wrong thing that makes him stir up again. But at the end of it all, really, the thing that does Kit in is Kit. Kit in his rage wasn't really paying attention to his water meter and runs out of water. He can't fight after that. And something that I noticed that you guys may have noticed too is that when Tails shuts off the backpack, the hydro pump or whatever it is on Kit's back, Kit just seems to shut down. I don't know if that had anything to do with his bodily functions or if that was just Kit mentally just shutting down because like he's just so traumatized. But he seemed really scared right before Tails shut it off. Like, he was calling out to Surge like he thought he was gonna die. Like, did Tails accidentally kill him, or did shutting down the back? What do you guys think? Because Kit is out after this. Like, they're just carrying Kit around. He's just out cold, or maybe he's, I don't think he's dead, but something about that backpack I think did probably have some sort of tie-in or function for Kit. As far as I've seen, have we ever seen Kit without his backpack? Besides the flashbacks. I don't think so. Maybe Starline programmed or something. I don't know, but I don't know. The way he seemed right before Tails shut off the backpack, maybe that was just him being desperate because he knew he was defeated. But it seemed like he knew something was like about to happen to him when Tails shut it off. And even Tails kind of comments like, "Oh, I hope that wasn't like some sort of function for you." But like, I don't think he's dead. But yeah, I don't know. So that's a victory for Tails. He just kind of outsmarted him and let him run out of his own power. Something else also to note, that before I forget, that Kit, his power doesn't just seem to stem from water. He also, if you noticed, when he's confused, the water starts turning into icicles. It starts turning like snowflake patterns. Like, it starts to spread out and freeze. So as far as I know, I don't think we've seen Kit showcase that kind of power before. So, like, Kit is a complete waterbender, like, and he could control water in all forms. Can he make it icy too? Maybe he did that in the previous issue, but I'm forgetting right now. But I noticed that. But when he seemed confused, like, the water started to turn into ice. So, but But all this really tells me that this is really messed up. Like, we knew this from Imposter Syndrome with the flashback with Kit and Surge and what they went through, but like, Kit really is just a scared child. He does not know what he's doing, and it's like, he's dangerous, but like, you really feel bad for him by the time this is done. Next thing I want to talk about is Belle and Metal Sonic. So, Belle goes off to help Metal Sonic when she finds his body down there. And, yeah, this part was kind of downplayed for the rest of the issue, I feel, but Belle does play a major part in getting Metal Sonic back up on his feet after he was defeated by Kit and Surge together. I love that Metal Sonic leads her to Eggman because Metal Sonic naturally knows where Eggman is at all times, I'd imagine, because, well, Metal Sonic is Eggman's enforcer, so what is he not gonna go there? So because of Belle being in close proximity to him, he's unaffected by Starline's program. And yeah, something else to note, is that when Belle gets there, she finally gets to talk to Eggman, and it's not necessarily the reunion she was wanting. She gets there shortly after he's defeated Starline, and Metal Sonic kind of leads her there, and she calls him father, and he's still confused by this because he doesn't see her as his daughter, because again, that was Mr. Tinker, that's not Eggman. They're two different people at this point. But here's something that I also want to note, is that Eggman lets her leave after he gives her the choice, of course, after he's impressed by her reprogramming and fixing Metal Sonic. He gives her a choice where he's like, you could either stay with me as my mechanic, or you can go back to Sonic and his stupid friends. She obviously chooses Sonic and his stupid friends. She doesn't say that, of course, but I like that he actually gave her a choice. Is that choice because, chat, do you feel it was because he respects her? Like, he's like, or do you think that was a little bit of Mr. Tinker still living in him going like, let her go, right? Do you think that was like him just being like, okay, you've earned my respect by repairing my machines, I'll let you go this one time? Or do you think it was like Mr. Tinker in the back of his mind kind of letting him spare her? Because in my mind, Eggman would have immediately grabbed her and either used her as scrap metal or figured out whatever he did to like make his machines better using her, right? I don't think he would have let her go that easy. He would have had to have used her for something. So that's why I'm thinking either Mr. Tinker or she gained his respect. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm very much tinkering this idea in my head. But yeah, very mature of Belle just to go and say her goodbyes, and that's all she wanted to do, and after that, she's gone. She's gone. She's gone back with Sonic and the others, so that is her choice now. She got to say her goodbye, now that is her closure, kind of, in a weird way. Guys, it's Wolfie from the future. I just had a revelation. Hold on, in this panel with Eggman talking to Belle, you noticed something. I just realized something. He asked, did you interface with Metal Sonic? I didn't catch it the first time, but when she says yes, notice he smiles right here in this panel. Hopefully it picks it up right there. This panel right here, he smiles and says, splendid. I think he knows something. Perhaps when Belle integrated with Metal Sonic, maybe she got some sort of surveillance footage or some sort of bug or virus or something that he's able to track where Belle is, and he'll be able to track the resistance down. I think that's why he let her go. I just had a revelation. Chat, I don't know if this was obvious, but I reread it while I was rereading it during the dramatic reading. I literally was like, oh my god, that's why he let her go. Totally. He did something to Belle, or something with Belle. Maybe she has the Eggman something in her now that he can reprogram, or we'll find out. But I just caught that. Wow. Had to reread that, caught that. Sorry, this is Wolfie from the future, so if the camera and everything looks a little different, that's why. Alright, back to the current review. Sorry, guys. I just got excited. What can I say? And last but certainly not least is the Sonic and Surge fight. We need to talk about that, because this was the star of the show for me. So this fight plays out a very specific way for me. The way this fight reads is, this is a very young, brash, and super angry, headstrong version of Sonic versus a more weathered Sonic that has dealt with this before. So we see this contrasting in their personalities as they're fighting. Sonic versus Surge, this fight is everything to me. I love it so much. Even the way Sonic, like, approaches the fight with, like, Surge in this, Surge is coming at him super just off the jump, angry, just like accusing, pointing fingers, being like, this is all your fault. And Sonic's just like, you know, I think we start off on the wrong foot. My name is Sonic, by the way. Who are you? It's just he's so chill and nonchalant about this. Think about it. Sonic has fought how many people that have been doing this to him? Like, he's fought speedsters before. He's fought Shadow when he's angry. He's fought, like, just everybody could think of. Silver, he's fought, you know, well, he's not a speedster, but still, he's fought so many people that have come after him with bloodlust. He's just used to it at this point. And I love that he's just so chill about it. He's just like, yeah, you know what? I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna figure out what your deal is as we're fighting. And he's just so I don't know. He's so, it's not smug, but he's got this kind of, I'm gonna say confident energy about him. Like, Surge is giving it everything she's got, and Sonic is just kind of whooping her. She's kind of getting some good hits in every now and then, but Sonic kind of has this under control. Like, she's fighting angry, and I don't know if it's because Sonic has fought, like, speedsters before, or if this is just him, like, he kind of knows how to deal with this at this point. But either way, like, I don't think she was fighting at 100% because she was just so in her own head and trying to get Sonic so bad. You know when you fight angry, you know how you get so blinded by rage, you're just not fighting at 100%? I feel that was kind of working against her, but also Sonic has that experience, so all of that combined together just meant that Sonic was just kind of whooping her. And I love that while he's fighting her, he's trying to figure out what her deal is the whole time. And she's explaining her backstory to him a little bit at a time, and he's kind of figuring out what's going on, and he's like, okay, so that's messed up. So why don't we just, like, not do this, and we can, like, start over, right? And she's like, no, this is everything to me. I have to beat you and burn this planet to the ground. And Sonic's like, yeah, not gonna let that happen because I'm a hero and this is what I do. So again, we get to see his perspective, the way he views the world and everything. We've seen this since the very first issue of IDW when he gave Eggman another chance that led to the Metal Virus arc. We saw when he spared Metal Sonic at the end of the Neo Metal Sonic arc. Sonic will just continue to spare people because that's just how he views the world. He's just like, he's gonna give everybody a second chance, no matter what. He does, and I like that he says he doesn't want to take that choice away from somebody by killing them. That's why he doesn't do it. That's why he never ends a life, because, like, in his eyes, he wants to give them a chance to make those choices, to make those mistakes, to make all that happen. Even if they do, he's gonna be there to stop it. And I like that. I like that outlook from Sonic. It makes sense of how he is portrayed in different medias, the movies, the games, the comics, everything. It makes a lot of sense for him to do that. And I'm sure a lot of characters in the comics, in the stories, disagree with him, and I'm sure a lot of people out there, a lot of you readers and people in chat right now, probably disagree with that view as well, but that no-kill rule keeps a lot of characters in check. It's a thing that Spider-Man does for the most part, Batman does for the most part. Depends on, obviously, what run you're reading and all that. But I do like that Sonic has a no-kill rule of his own that he follows, because that's just how he is. He's just a hero that feels like, well, I'm going to do my best to protect this planet. I'm going to do my best to save people. And if the villain requires saving, I'll do that too. And I'll give them a chance to maybe, you know, I'll give them a chance to redeem themselves. Because as he said, it's happened before. Silver the Hedgehog initially started off not as a bad guy, but as an antagonist. Redeemed himself. Shadow started off he was a bad guy at first. Turned himself around. Knuckles originally was a rival, was a antagonist, but again, Sonic befriended him too. So Sonic has seen, like, okay, yeah, it doesn't always have to be black and white. Occasionally, you never know what people are going through with their backstories or whatever. So if I just give them a chance, maybe they can redeem themselves. Maybe they won't. We don't know until we give them the chance to make that choice for themselves. So I love that perspective. I don't know if you guys do too, but, like, I feel that is very fitting for a character like Sonic. It's not naivete. Well, it is a little bit, but I feel like, yeah, you can't be judge, jury, and executioner on that kind of thing. He could easily do that. And I feel like there's probably a version of Sonic that is just like, well, if I just kill everybody that's doing all the bad stuff, none of the bad stuff will happen. That could be a future story that would be interesting, like an alternate dimension Sonic that's like, he took matters into his own hand. He killed Eggman. He didn't give Shadow the chance to redeem himself. Like, could we see a world in which Sonic actually became that dude who's just like taking out villains left and right, who just never gave them the chance to redeem themselves? Maybe the world's better. Maybe he just becomes like an Injustice version of Sonic from like the DC comics. I don't know. But that's an interesting perspective to look at. But anyway, sorry I went off on a tangent here. But Surge, after all is said and done, when she's done fighting him, she's tried so much. And I like that when she's fighting him, she even mentions that like, oh, you mean the world that abandoned me, basically. Because if Starline picked me up, or if I volunteered to be experiment for Starline, clearly I had nothing to lose. And if I was a part of someone's family or friends, no one ever came to look for me after the fact. And Sonic's like, ooh, shit. Damn, she's kind of right, though. And it's like, yeah, we still don't know Surge's backstory or Kit's backstory. We don't know if they were kidnapped, if they were volunteers for Starline's experiment. We don't know. We'll possibly never know now that Starline is potentially gone, but yeah, an interesting kind of pessimistic look on life that Surge has, and you can't really blame her based on all the cards that have been dealt to her. And yeah, at the very end of their fight, Sonic tries to save her from falling into a pit, and the most Surge thing ever happens. She's like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna take your hand. Zaps him, and she's like, I got the last hit. Like, she's that petty. And I'm like, that is super Surge-like to do. And then she falls, so we don't know if she's still alive too. I'm gonna assume if we didn't see a body, she is very much alive. We're just not gonna see her for a while. Kit and Surge have now been separated. I believe that Kit is going with Sonic and Tails, and Belle back home if they're able to escape. At the end of this book, we saw that Eggman basically surrounds them all with all of his badniks now that he's in control again, and that's the cliffhanger. I loved this book. I gotta say it, this was a great way to cap off everything that we saw leading up to this, with the bad guys, the imposter syndrome, Starline's plan, everything. I don't think Starline's gone. I don't think he's dead. My prediction is he's gone. We're gonna see him missing for a bit, but he's gonna show up again later. He might not be the same. He might be mentally broken, but we'll see him eventually, I'm sure. Surge is definitely not dead. We've seen in the experiments in the flashback of imposter syndrome, Surge has gone through many horrific testings that probably did kill her and Kit, but they always come back. So they can survive quite a bit. I don't think a long fall would kill Surge. For better or for worse, she'll be okay, but ooh, she's not going to be happy about this. But the way I'm thinking this is going to play out, Sonic, Tails, and Belle will escape with Kit in tow. They're going to take them back, show them the resistance. Kit will eventually be integrated back in. It's going to take a while, but I feel they'll get Kit back into a stable mentality. He's, of course, going to probably go look for Surge. Man, there's a lot going on with the IDW comics now that I'm thinking about it. Whisper and Tangle are separated now. Whisper went off to go look for, what's his face? Mimic. There's a lot going on right now. Eggman's back in power. Starline's not in play. Yeah, there's gonna be a ton going on. But yeah, sorry, I went on a tangent again. But yeah, what do you guys think is gonna happen from here on in? What do you think is gonna happen? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the Werewoof Reaction for more videos like this. Let's hit 23K subscribers. And again, ring the bell. It's super important. If you've missed any of my videos, that's the reason why. YouTube likes to hide these now. So ring the bell. Do it. Go ahead. I'll wait. Yeah. But yeah, guys, let me know if I missed anything in the comment section below. God damn, this is a great book. I love this one. I have to give this one my rating now. What are your predictions? I'm going to give this one a 9 points. I'm on a high. I'm on a high. I just finished reading this book, so I'm going to give it a high rating. A 9.8 out of 10. I feel this is a really fun book to read. I loved it. I loved the writing. I loved how we finally got to see when all the characters clashed. It was everything I was hoping it would be, and then some. I'm hoping the follow-up issues 51, 52, 53 are just as good. And of course, I know people have been telling me in the comment section, Wolfie, don't look at the covers because they've spoiled some things. So guys, if you could please, you guys have been really good about this, but just don't spoil anything that happens in future issues. If you've seen ahead with the covers, don't spoil it and be like, hey Wolfie, you're gonna be so excited for issue 53 because blank blank's on the cover. Thanks, you just spoiled it for me. Now I have no reaction. You've ruined it for everybody else. So don't be that guy in the comment section. Okay? Let's be cool about it. You guys have been great about this sort of thing, so let's continue that. Please? Please don't spoil nothing. Alright, now that being said, I think that's going to do it for my review. I have nothing else to add to this. God damn. Ian Flynn, Evan Stanley, good job guys. And everybody else, the editors, the colorists, the inkers, everybody who worked on these books, good job guys. Great lead up to like 50 issues in. We made it. 50 in. That's an anniversary right there. This video is brought to you by my patrons, these cool people right here. Thank you for your continued support. If you'd like to join my Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/WerewolfWolfie, and for as little as $2 a month, you can get these videos a little bit earlier. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. There might be bloopers at the end of this, so stay tuned for that. I think that's gonna do it. Yep, I'm gone. Alright guys, I'll catch you all next time. Be safe out there. I love you guys, and stay tuned.